Hi everyone, Sailor Moon here, and Sailor Earth here, and today, we're going to talk about, the coughing, the clearing of the throat, or whatever you want to call it, and some of the beliefs about why it's happening. And everyone has their beliefs of why they think it happens. Some folks seem to think, oh, well, you're talking a lot when you're making films. Well, first off, I'm talking a lot to folks when I'm not making films, and it doesn't seem to happen. But it only seems to happen when we make films. Like any other time that we're talking to someone, it doesn't happen. Someone else might say, oh, maybe your room's dusty. Well, the truth is, everywhere you are is dusty. There's dust on everything, even when you clean it off. But if that was true, I'd be coughing and doing this wherever I was at. Others think, oh, maybe you're coming down with something. No, not ill or sick with any illness that we know of. It only seems to happen when we're making uploads or live streams or shorts. Any other time it doesn't happen. And someone thinks, oh, maybe you got, I don't know, we'll call it show playing fright. When folks are frightened of talking or doing anything in the lead of, talking or doing anything in lead of folks. Well, there are folks who do have that fear, but sadly, we do not have it. It's almost if our body thinks that this film needs a loudness track, and the loudness track needs to be coughing, or whatever, or cleaning out, or whatever it is. In the past it was either sneezing, which was a big thing in the past. That happens every once in a while. But this is almost like, everyday thing. And those are the beliefs over why it happens. And there isn't really any truth to back up any one of those things. Because we could be talking to someone, and we talk a lot when we're not making our films, and when we are making our films. So that doesn't really narrow it down. It only seems to do it when we're making films. You got any thoughts on that? Well, at the end of the day, Sailor Moon or Serena, at the end of the day, all the things you talked about are pretty much all the beliefs that some folks maybe have over why it happens. Once again, it has really nothing to do with the dust in the room, because we kind of keep this room, cleaned it up. There's not really that much of dust on anything. And if that was true, we'd be doing it all the time, not only when we're making films. And if it was stage fright, or we call it riser fight, fear, fright, or, show playing fright, or any kind of fright that anyone is frightened or worried about doing something in a lead of folks, that's not true. If we had that fear, we wouldn't be doing this at all. So that narrows that down. And someone says, oh, well, when you're making films, you talk a lot. Yeah, and we talk a lot to folks when we're not making films, so yeah, that doesn't, really come into the ground. And some folks think, oh, well, maybe you have something that's in your, something that needs to come out. Well, nothing does come out. But anyway, this happens, and no one really seems to know why it does. I mean, they got their beliefs of why they think it's going on, but they don't really seem to know. It's almost as if my brain thinks that this is the time to do all that. And you would think that it would do it many other times, and it does, but not as much as it does when you're doing films. But it's almost as if my brain thinks that this film needs a loudness track or something, which it does not. Back to you now. Oh yeah, you're right, Sailor. You're right, Ernest. I mean, at the end of the day, no one really seems to know why this happens. They got their beliefs over why it happens, but really no truth to back it up if it's true or not. And it doesn't happen all the time, because there will be some days where we'll make films and it doesn't happen, and other days we'll make films and it does happen. And there'll be someone out there that says, oh, well, you shouldn't do that in your films. Well, first off, it doesn't go against the followership oversight. So, yeah. And so someone's worried about some hater, worried about a hater or a troll out there, taking the upper hand on them and making fun of them or shaming us or guilting us for doing this. Oh, well, let them. Because they got things that are not right with them too, And it is what it is. Have really little to no run or lead over it. So anyway, that's the end of this film. If you like this film, then follow us over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Don't forget to give this film a like, share, and playlist this film. Watch the other film we made yesterday over here. And hit that ringer to know the next upload, live stream, or short has been done. I, Sailor Moon Serena, and I, Sailor Ernest, and we'll see you later. Goodbye. Farewell.